Figaro, you are not good for branding. Blocking the label with your fluffy butt. You're blocking the camera with your fluffy butt. Come on now. Hello, everyone. That was squeaky. I'm having a day. So let's go ahead. Let's eat some Panera / you can eat whatever you want to eat. This is what I'm going to eat, and I'm very excited about it. So I've got a roll, a whole grain roll. They are so yummy. I've got a fruit cup because they're yummy. I got a salad because it's Panera and that's yummy. And I've got feelings. So I got a chocolate chip cookie, so let's dig in, shall we, you guys? I haven't had a bad day. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not in a mood. I'm not in a funk. I'm just kind of in a, I'm in a. Can I just be in a? Is that acceptable enough? Sorry, I went shopping today, so my cats are currently playing with a couple of bags that I brought home. I try my best to use reusable bags, but I ran out of reusable bags. So I had, well, I technically didn't run out of, I did, but those wouldn't have fit in reusable bags anyways, the stuff that they're playing with, because I had to get big bags because I bought a couple of shelves and a new lamp because Figaro decided it would be really fun to break my old lamp. Yes, the life of cats. More like the life of cat moms. But yeah, the lamp and the shelves wouldn't have fit in one of my reusable bags anyways, so I had to get plastic bags. Anyways, I got the Greek salad. This might look very familiar to you because I've done this exact mukbang before. Not exactly. I take that back. I feel like the fruit cup was a little different. I don't feel like there was honeydew melon in here last time because I don't like honeydew melon and I don't remember being sad when I pulled out my fruit cup. I feel like there was strawberry instead of honeydew melon. It might be a seasonal thing, but I did get the same roll. I did get the same salad. I got a different cookie. So let's have the salad first. This salad is so yummy, you guys. If you are, I feel like even non-vegetarians would enjoy this. I mean, you could definitely, I'm sure, put chicken on this if you really wanted to, but I love it without chicken because I don't eat meat. So I know I mentioned a couple weeks ago, a couple of mukbangs ago, that I was gonna start eating eggs again, which technically eggs are not a meat, but after eating them for a couple weeks, you guys alerted me that cage-free does not mean free range, so I looked into that and that made me sad. And not only that, but it was messing up my toilet time. I know some people can't talk about bodily functions while they eat, so I'm not going to, but let's just say eggs clog me up. I had no idea. So I decided I wanted a more pleasant time in the bathroom, and that came from not eating eggs. And now that I haven't been eating eggs for about a week now, I'm back to normal. No problems going number 2 anymore. So yeah, no more eggs for me for many reasons. Womp womp. Oh well. I tried. I feel like they were good in that, you know, because I've been feeling like I need to add more into my diet to keep me fuller longer. Because like fruit and veggies can only make me satisfied for so long, and it's like, I guess I could eat more carbs to fill me up, but then that's just more weight on me. I always end up gaining weight when I do that. So I was like, well, eggs, technically they're not a meat, and they do fill you up, so like eggs, I can do eggs. But then I found out that I can't do eggs, but they were working at keeping me more satisfied for longer, so I think I've just gotten more comfortable with the feeling of hunger. Why am I telling you guys this? Do you guys even care? That is so fresh and crisp. Good job, Panera. For those of you that are curious, as far as I know, this has romaine lettuce, kale, feta cheese, cucumbers, quinoa, tomato, Kalamata olives, sliced almonds. I think that's it, but it is so good. The Greek dressing that they put on here, oh, it's really, really nice. But how are you guys doing? I hope you're all doing well. I guess I'm feeling my feelings right now because I just got back from a therapy session. I've been wanting to talk about it with you guys the past couple weeks because this was my 3rd session now, so I've been going for technically 3 weeks. It doesn't really feel like it because the first 2 weeks were just kind of like intake stuff, and my first session she was late, so that was only a half an hour session, and then last week's session it was just like finishing up the intake that we were supposed to finish the first week, yada yada. And you know, the intake is just like, so tell me about you, tell me about your family life, what do you want to accomplish here in therapy / in life, you know. So this week is the week that I'm actually starting. We're starting up 2 sessions a week. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I guess I haven't really said, but it's the treatment that the doctors gave me. The TV show The Doctors. That finally aired last Friday, but I technically went, I think it was like the end of August, wasn't it? So it was like filmed about a month ago. Yeah, it just took some time to like get therapy scheduled and whatnot. But we did it. I'm all penciled in, at least for the next month. They gave me 3 months of therapy, so that was incredible. And like I said, I wanted to tell you guys about it before, but I had signed a contract saying that I wouldn't talk about the show. And I didn't know if that would be a breach of contract, saying the thing that I got for going on, but I figure better safe than sued, you know? But yeah, I'm very grateful. I'm very nervous. Show you guys, my nose is so itchy. Now that we're like starting, and the therapist gave me like homework to start doing before I see her again in a couple days. And even just thinking about how I'm not, well, you know, not allowed. I need to try to not do my compulsion things tonight, and that's terrifying and anxiety building, and I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to that at all, but I know that it's the first step. It's a step I need to take. So, I'm taking the right steps, so that makes me feel good. But it's like making me shake, like I feel like unless you have OCD in some form, you might be able to kind of understand the feeling, but I don't feel like you can fully understand. Can you like hear my breathing change? It's like, it's a real thing. Like, mental illness is a real thing. Anxiety is a real thing. I hate that it's kind of I don't know that I know the correct word. Normalized is not the word, but you know, like people making a to-do list and being like, oh my gosh, I'm so OCD. You know, like people saying that. And that's not me like making fun of those people. Like I said, it's just like become a normalized thing to say those kind of things. Or like, you know, you go out to a friend and, hey, how you doing? Oh, you know, I'm good, but like I got like a B on my test, like, or like I got a C on my test, like, I'm so depressed now, you know, like using depression, using anxiety, using OCD and those kind of things as a normal descriptor, when in reality, those are not actual, like, you know, is that person really depressed? I mean, maybe. But chances are that person does not have actual depression over that thing, or in general, you know, like, but like I said, who knows? Who knows? And same with, like, people, you know, the list thing that I mentioned, and just, like, making a simple to-do list, you know, have to go to the grocery store today, have to go to the doctor today. I'm so OCD. Like, who knows? Maybe that person does have OCD, but chances are, you know, like, chances are they're just using it in the normalized societal slang term way of saying it. And so I feel like it's made it so that it's like, oh, you have OCD? Like, get over it. You know? Like, I feel like it's made it a bit harder for certain mental illnesses to be taken seriously. Does that make sense? I don't know what I'm talking about, you guys. I'm drained. I'm emotionally drained. But in a good way. Like, I know that this is what I need. You know? I know that in the long run, like, this is gonna help and make my life better, but it's hard when you have at least OCD. I'm not sure with other disorders, because I don't know. I mean, I have some other disorders other than OCD, but, you know, I don't want to speak for something that I'm not for sure on. But it's like, OCD is such, like, it's such a burden, but it's also such a comfort blanket and such a relief. Like, I think that's just the, you know, the obsession is, like, the part that gives you all of the anxiety and the racing thoughts and the disturbance to your life. But then the compulsion calms it all down. And it's like, even if you don't realize that you're doing the obsessing, if you do the compulsion, you still get relief throughout the day. Even if you didn't realize you were having an obsessive thought. You know, and then that compulsion just turns into a relief thing. So even if you weren't having the obsession, but maybe you're stressed about something completely unrelated, then you do the compulsion without even thinking about it. And so that turns into your relief. That turns into your stress relief. You know, like, I don't know if that makes sense. So it's like with therapy and, like, trying to learn new ways to cope, it's like, it's so exciting, you know, like, I'm starting to get choked up, and, like, even just when she like, told me that, you know, obsessive compulsive disorder, it's a, you know, it's a part of you, but it's not you. You know, like, and there is help, and, it is treatable. Like, I started crying then, I'm crying now. I had no intentions of this. I'm sorry, you guys, this mukbang is gonna be all over the place, but it's a relief to hear that. I feel like a lot of people with, mental illnesses, it's known that there's treatment for these things, but I think we all, in a way, feel like our own kind of helplessness. Does that make any sense? Like, I know there's treatment for OCD, but something about her telling me that just, like, oh, it's really nice. It's really nice. But like I said, it's also very scary. But it'll be good. I feel like I've done a lot more talking than I've done eating. Sorry, guys. So I hope you guys are all doing well. I really do. Whenever I say that in my outro, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I want everyone to be doing well. But I want a lot of things, and not all of these things can be true, unfortunately. Or possible, I guess I should say. But that doesn't mean I still can't, or I can't still wish it for you all. So there. Oh, this salad is fantastic. Maybe it's because the weather is so crisp outside. So I'm like, I want a crisp thing in my mouth too. Is that right? But like, I was craving salad for lunch. So I had salad for lunch. I mean, I say that like it's like this, what? I sometimes have salad for lunch, but to have a salad for lunch and for dinner, that's crazy. Because I went out to eat lunch with my mom and my stepdad today, which was really nice. So we went out to eat and we were looking over the menu and like, unfortunately a lot of the menu was like very meat centric. A lot of restaurants just are that way, and it's like if you're not looking for that, you don't really realize, but it's like everything is so centered around meat. And so I found, you know, a couple of pastas that didn't have meat in them, or a couple of pastas that I could order without meat. And so I was thinking, okay, I'm going to have to get pasta. I'm like, it's going to be really heavy, and I'm not really feeling like having a heavy lunch, but like, I guess that's what I'm going to have to order. Because even like their, excuse me, I didn't want to just order a side salad, you know what I mean? But either way, and then my mom pointed out on the menu I could do half salad, half pasta, and I was like, sold! And it was really good salad and really good pasta. Oh my goodness. And like the perfect little portions, like it was just a tiny little side salad and a thing of pasta, probably no bigger than this little cup. It was perfect. And I had good company, which made the meal even better. Did you guys ever watch Oliver and Company? It just made me think of the song. That was like my favorite. That was one of my favorite Disney movies. You know, a lot of people mention Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King. Those are my other favorites. But, you know, I think Oliver and Company. I loved that movie. Oliver was so freaking cute. And that dish that Jenny whips up for him, it's like a mix of whipped cream and Cocoa Puffs and all that stuff. And she just like mixes it together with her hand in the food bowl for him. It looks so good. It's probably awful, but like, I don't know. They made it look very yummy. You know, sometimes cartoon food just looks a lot yummier than real food. But there's a song that Jenny sings to Oliver. You and me together will be forever, you'll see. We'll always be good company, you and me. Just together we two. Is that how it goes? Please pardon my horrible singing voice. I'm one of those people that like is not meant to sing lead roles and like solos, but I'm really good in a chorus. Like my voice adds a good volume and everything to the chorus without standing out. You know what I mean? I give good support, but my voice on its own, it's like eh. But that's okay, it takes all kinds. It really does. It just makes me think of high school. Oh, there were some fabulous singers at my high school. Like, some of the people that would get the solos all the time in choir and in the musicals, it's like, obviously, just gorgeous voices. There are so many people with, like, gorgeous voices, and I'm always so jealous, but, like, at the same time, I think it just helps me to appreciate them more. Like, you got a gift, you know? This salad is never ending, which I'm kind of happy about. It is very yummy. I'm trying to think of anything else that's new that I can tell you guys. Apparently I semi-broke Reddit the other day. That was fun to hear about and see my name on the drama channels. People were like sending me links and everything, and I'm like, oh, I don't watch drama channels. I really don't want to go there. Like, it's really not good for me to like watch these things, especially if they're about me. But then people were asking, like, you know, do I know about this situation? And I'm like, crap, like, if I'm involved in a situation, I should know about it, you know? So I watched one video and I found out the gist of things, and yeah, it sounds like I was causing a problem on Reddit after my doctor's episode aired. So that didn't make me feel great. I apologize to anyone that was negatively affected by that. But I think things got sorted out for the better. You know, as far as I could tell, it was just a bunch of people leaving way too many hateful comments about me. And it's like, to think that so many people were going over and saying how ugly I am on a website, like, that it ended up, I don't know, not getting shut down, but you know what I mean? That's sad. It really does not help my body image issues. Oh well. I really can't help what other people think of my body. I just have to focus on what I think about it. And as of right now, I'm in a decently good spot with it. Like, I want to keep it that way. You know? That's why I can't go onto those type of sites. It's like, I don't know, the people that go onto those type of sites, they think that me and other YouTubers just in general, they think that we go and we read our threads about ourselves, and it's like, I really don't think many people do. I mean, I guess I'm speaking on behalf of all of us, and I shouldn't do that, but at least for me, it would absolutely wreck me. I can't go near those websites. I am not mentally stable enough to do so. And even to just, like, to not even read the stuff that they're saying about you, but to know that there's, like, a community of people devoted to just disliking you. It's really sad. I don't know. So that's why I just focus on my comment sections and, you know, the positive and constructive people in my comment section. I focus on them. I delete the bad. Like, not necessarily the constructive criticism, like, yeah, that might be considered a bad comment, but it's not, it's like, that's fine. It's like the people that literally just come on and say, you're ugly, how can you even put yourself on camera, gross. You know, those kind of comments. Those are bad. Bye. Delete and block. Delete and block. Yep. I feel very lucky in that most of you that watch me are super awesome, super nice, super fantastic, just A+ people out there. And those are the people that I make videos for, so. Those are the people that I actually value their feedback. We're getting there, you guys. These last bits are always hard because I can't, like, stab things with my fork. But we can do this. Maybe we can do this. Are you guys eating anything difficult at the moment? What a struggle. But hey, at least we're eating. Gotta look on the positive side. Just got my water bottle tonight, you guys. Nothing exciting. I was really tempted to get a Dr. Pepper, but I figured, you know, I had a Diet Coke at lunch. I don't need to have a pop for dinner, too, so sticking with my water. I know I've said this before, but I try to drink one of these every single day, and clearly I am slacking today because I've been out of the house all day and I forgot to bring this with me. What was I gonna say? In my brain, I started a sentence that began with, "It certainly seems." I don't know, though. I couldn't tell you. Alright, I went ahead, buttered my roll. These whole grain rolls of theirs are just, they're really good. They're like a little bit sweet, but they're definitely super nutty, grainy type of a taste. They're very, very nice. I would highly recommend you try one if you have not tried one of these. I went to Torrid today. Not only did I want to film a inside the fitting room, because it's been a really long time. I think it's been over a month since I've done one of those, but so I've been wanting to film another one of those, not necessarily at Torrid, but their hot cash, however you want to pronounce it, was this week. And I think it's going to end in a few days here, so I was like, I need to go in and spend that. Well, I mean, I didn't need to go in to spend that, but you know, why not get half off my purchase if I can get half off my purchase? So I found stuff. And it's one of those things where it's like I'm so used to either shopping at Goodwill or shopping in the clearance section or waiting for there to be BOGO sales or like that sort of a thing with my clothes, that like going into Torrid with $100 in Hote Cash, like, I mean, well, technically I had $50 in Hote Cash, you know, I had to spend $100, but then I got half off of that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can get so much stuff, but you can't use it on clearance items. And Torrid is so expensive that it's like, oh, I can buy like 1.5 or 2 things. Never mind. But that's okay. Not to spoil anything for you all with that video, but I'm gonna tell you what I got. Well, I'll tell you one of the things that I got because I'm really excited about it. I got a pair of jeans that, like, I look good in the jeans. I look really good. So I'm pretending like I used all of my Hote Cash on those jeans, making them $25 instead of $75 like they were. These are some expensive jeans, but oh, they fit me so good, you guys. And like I said, I'm pretending they were $25. Even pretending they're $50 and pretending like I used the $25 towards the couple of things that I purchased. Yeah. Even saying they were $50 for those jeans, oh, they were worth it. Because, like, not only did they look good, so comfy. Oh my gosh. If you are plus size and you have a hard time fitting into jeans because you've got a smaller waist but a bigger butt, bigger hips, go to Torrid. Please do yourself the favor of going to Torrid. I know it's pricey, but oh my gosh. If you know the struggle, it makes it worth it to finally find jeans that actually fit you and fit you really well. And last a long time. At least for me, the stuff that I've purchased from Torrid has lasted me well. So, granted, I haven't had the stuff for a long time, but I've had it for months, and it's holding up just peachy. No problems, so. You know. Figured I'd put it out there for you anyways. Fruit cup! I don't know, you guys. I might not even eat this cookie. We'll find out, but I'm feeling pretty good. And like when I was checking out or whatever, I was just like, I had that sweet tooth feeling, so I ordered it. But we'll see. Maybe the fruit will. Ooh, that is a soggy grape. Let's put it with some crisp pineapple, and hopefully the texture won't be awful. Oh, these grapes taste a little bit like wine. Oh my gosh, they are so... Oh, this one, oh no. We're gonna forego the grapes. When your grapes taste like wine, that can't be a great sign. Hey, That should be a saying if it's not already. Mmm. Pineapple's good though. I don't know what else to tell you, you guys. I had therapy today. I went out with my mom and my stepdad today. I went to Torrid today. I stopped into Sephora really quick because I was exchanging the Too Faced Peach Foundation for a different shade. So I'm glad I did that. Because a lot of you guys were like, Cassie, that shade is so dark on you. I didn't realize it was, but then like going into the store and everything today and like swatching the stuff on my hand, I was like, oh my god, that's dark on me. Yep. So I got a couple shades lighter actually. So I guess that goes to show that the shade range really is crap in that line, which is too bad. Because I had to get the lightest shade, and yeah, I'm not the palest of the pale out there. I know I'm a little lacking in color, but not as much as some people. Cantaloupe is one of those things, you guys. I never think about cantaloupe. I never think to buy cantaloupe. Even when I have cantaloupe, and I'm like, what should I eat? I'm never like, cantaloupe sounds good. But then when I eat it, I love cantaloupe. It's really good. Granted, you can get some bad cantaloupes, but I'm gonna have to start forcing myself to eat some more cantaloupe. My mom always used to get it growing up. When my brother and I were growing up, and so we had cantaloupe a lot, and I've always really liked it. I don't know what it is that makes me never crave it or anything. Because I actually really, it's probably one of my favorite fruits, honestly, once I start eating it. But I think, like I said, I don't like honeydew melon. I hate to be wasteful, but I don't like it. And those grapes are not good. So, who was I kidding? Cookie time! Let's dive into this, shall we? Shall we? I don't think I've had a Panera chocolate chip cookie. We'll see how this goes. The taste is really good. But I can tell it's probably been sitting in this bag for a little while. And it's a little crunchier than I personally like my cookies. I know some people like a crunchy cookie, but I like that little bit of crispiness on the outside, but then like have it really chewy on the inside. But still a dang good cookie. I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, when I was walking out of the Panera to get back in my car, a guy parked next to me, and he was getting out of his car to go into Panera. When we walked past each other, cannabis. Oh my goodness. And it just made me want to turn around and be like, should you really be driving, sir? Like, I see in your car that you're the only one in there, and if you smell that much like pot right now, I mean, it was immense. It's how I would imagine Snoop Dogg to smell. Just like a lot of weed. And he just did like that kind of slow, dazed walk. I don't know. And I never know in those situations, like, is that something I should call the police about? Is it? Like, I don't know. It's like, technically he's not driving anymore, so would the police even be able to do anything? And two, like, it's hard, you know, living in apartment complexes and stuff. Sometimes the walls can be a little thin. And one of my neighbors, I don't think they're my neighbor anymore. I think they moved out, but they used to fight a lot. And a lot of times it sounded like stuff was, like, breaking. And there was crying. But, like, I couldn't tell if they were hurting each other. Maybe someone just knocked a vase off the counter. And so technically they weren't hurting each other. Emotionally, I suppose. Yeah, they were definitely not emotionally good together. But, you know, it's not, I don't know. Is that my business to call the cops and be like, hi, possible domestic abuse? I just don't know. Like, when is it my business, you know what I mean? I don't know. So I'd be horrible. I would be horrible. I would feel horrible if I then, like, found out, you know, he or she was super hurt the next day, like, physically. And I didn't do anything about it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Dilemma. But it's like, is that something the police would even be able to do anything about? Are they allowed to, like... Because technically you don't have to let the police into your home, do you? I mean, maybe if they got a call saying confirmed hostage or, like, confirmed something or another. Like, confirmed gunshots or something. Maybe then. But, I don't know. I think, as far as I can remember, the only time I've had to call the police was when I was living out in Boston, and I was driving to school one day, and I was on the highway, and I was in the right lane, and you know how they've got, like, the rails up? I don't know exactly what they're called, but on the sides of the road, they've got those metal rails sometimes. The car that was in front of me, thankfully we weren't going very fast, we were kind of on the tail end of rush hour traffic, but we were still going like at least 20 miles an hour, and they were like being super swervy, and they kept swerving and like hitting the guardrail, is that what it's called? And like it's not the rear view, it is a rear view mirror, isn't that? Side view mirror? The mirrors on the side of your car, you know? The ones that help you see into other lanes and behind you and whatnot. I mean, that thing was like hanging off the car because they had kept hitting those rails. And so I called the police because I was scared they were gonna harm themselves, harm others. Like, I was scared for me and everyone else around me. Like, thankfully I was behind them, so I felt like I was able to not get involved in that sense. And like, I was watching them, making sure to the best of my ability, you know, like if they were going to slam on their brakes, like I was being vigilant, you know. But I called the police and I was like, hi, like, I'm sorry, I don't really know, like, who I'm supposed to call, but I told them what was happening. And it's like, it's one of those things, like, either A, maybe they were drunk driving, B, maybe they were having a stroke or something, like, maybe it was a medical emergency, you know, and they were driving and they just happened to start something happening. I didn't know, but, you know, I was able to get close enough to see the license plate, tell them the car, and they said they were on it, so that was that. Still, it's very scary. And it's like that whole mentality. It's like an actual, social phenomena? Is that? Where it's like if you're in a crowd or a social setting or something and you see something happen and it's a bad thing and, you know, something that needs help or something, because there are other people around, you think that it's not that you feel like you don't have to get the help or call for help, but it's that thought that like, oh, someone else is definitely gonna, you know, someone else definitely already called for help, like they're on it, you know? There's an actual like name for it. I can't think of what it is, but and granted, it's definitely more severe in some in some situations, and like some situations definitely I feel very much like, no, I need to be the one to call for help, like when I was behind the guy in the car or whatever. Maybe it was a girl. I couldn't see them, but the individual in the car, you know, sure, maybe there were other people like behind me or on the other side of me, like maybe they saw and called in too, but I felt very much not responsible, but you know what I mean? And I feel like that would be the case. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to put yourself in a situation that you've never been in, especially when it would be in a time of peril sometimes, I guess. But I would like to think, you know, if I saw a building on fire or something, God forbid, and I didn't hear any sirens and I didn't see any fire trucks or anything outside of it, I would call 911. I think. You know, it's so hard to say. There's so many factors, like, well, if I saw someone else outside of the building seeing the same thing as me and I saw them on their phone, maybe then I wouldn't call because it looks like they're calling. But then at the same time, maybe I would think that they're calling someone else. And maybe that person is calling their significant other and it's like, oh my gosh, our building is on fire. Are you okay? So then maybe I would still feel responsible to call. I don't know, you guys. Why am I talking about this? Like, oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm like looking at the timer on my clock and it says it's been going, the timer on my clock, the timer on my camera, ding, 51 minutes. Oh my goodness. I was just thinking about stuff. And sometimes I think about stuff and I can't stop thinking about it, so there you go, you guys. Welcome to the mind of me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had a good meal with me. That might be, we'll see once I edit it, but that might be one of the longest mukbangs I've ever filmed. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time, whatever it was that you were doing, eating, cleaning, I don't know. People tell me all sorts of things that they do while watching my mukbangs. But yeah, like always, I just hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please do go ahead, give me a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. You can become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I would love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!